Greetings, Minecrafters, Nonsanity here, and welcome to episode 4 of All the Mods 9, To the Skies. As you can see, I've done a little bit of reorganizing all of my storage, which needed to be done. Let's take a look here. These are the same chests that were here before, but I upgraded them all to sophisticated storage, diamond level, and then I picked up and crafted each one of them with a white dye to make them white. Not sure if I like it. This one I dyed black. I like that one a little bit more. But it's just temporary for now, and I think I can re-dye them. Once I can pick them up, they have to be empty. I originally dyed them because I was hoping that when I look at them in here, let's expand this, that they would be whatever color they actually were, but now they all seem to use it like a default diamond chest. Looks like it's like jungle or acacia or something. I was hoping I could tell the black and the white ones apart, because whenever I do a rescan, I'll show you this here. Right now I've got the 2 docks, some 3 drawers, and the rest of these are diamond chests. If I move this down to 19, then back up to 20, all of a sudden there's all this other stuff down here, but it keeps the ones you had at the top. So I can just take all these and remove them. But if there was one of these that I wanted to add, like if I wanted to add this diamond chest, which I definitely don't, this is the one with all the EMCable items, I want to keep that completely off the network so I never accidentally craft with these and used up the last of my somethings. But if I wanted to add it, I could star it and add it to the group. But I'm going to delete all of these because I don't want any of them. Why is that one in there? I don't know. And they're gone. One other thing about this is when you put something into the system, it will go to the first item in this list. So that's why it's important to, reorganize the order, adjust the orders. Because I want like the docks here up at the top. So if I put any of the materials in this dock back into the system, I want it to go into the dock. I don't want it cluttering up my drawers. These are deep pockets. They can hold a lot. So I want it to go in here. Though some of them are at their maximums because in filling them up, I walked away and it filled it to the max. Then it will overflow into my chests if I put some more back. But usually I'll be taking it from here. So I've got the 2 docks at the top and the 2 drawers of cobblestone and obsidian, though I've been taking the obsidian out of here and putting it in here, just so I have a deep collection of obsidian. And then all the chests. So all these chests are going to get very scrambled. I mean, right now they're mostly the way I had them previously. Like this is the metals chest over here. But they are definitely going to get scrambled as time goes on. I no longer can just look in the chest that I know things to be in. That's the only downside, but then, I can search for it here by name, and that's much better. So that's good. Let's shrink this back down so I can see more of the stuff. One other feature of this I didn't mention was you can save recipes. So like here, if I bring up the recipe for the flux sieve, and add it, you can now store it, and I'm shift dragging to clear that. If you click it, or double click it, it'll pull that back out. So if there's anything you want to use a lot of, you can put it in here. Because I used JEI's recipe stash, I don't need it as much. Store an empty grid to clear it. Oh yeah, and there's a couple of GUI styles you can flip through. Don't know which one it was now, but let's go flat. But yeah, it's pretty nice. And as you can see, I got rid of all the drawers and replaced it with my dank, and I made another dank because this one is now full. They're all red because if you hover over them and tap control, it will lock, which is red, and unlock, which is gray. As long as it's locked, it will never take the last one. And that's actually good for all the EMC stuff, so I always have one to make more. But I think that's what it does. I think it prevents the last one from leaving. It may go down to an empty slot, but with a ghost, I don't know. I imagine it probably just keeps one. And so I made a second one over here because I started having another material that I wanted to get a backup. I'm using oak boats because with it at the top of the list, if I put cobblestone in there and then I did some recipes that use cobblestone, it'll take it from the top. So it'll take that cobblestone and it would clear out these slots. So I'll never craft with a boat. So I put some boats in there. Normally they don't stack, but these do. Just because the danks can have so many more stacks in one slot than normal. So yeah, these are all just hooked up to all three chests now. So I need to have something in. I can't have an empty slot or it's going to get filled with cobble or whatever else these things are producing. All of them right now are doing phantom membrane, which I'm over 4,000 on. So that's got a good, that's like 8 million, 8.5 million EMC. Though I'm starting to reach the end of what I could make with the EMC, really. These will eventually leave here and go off to produce stuff on site for other machines, I'm sure. Speaking of which, that will be the first thing we do over at the automation there. But in between episodes, I've been doing a little bit of decoration designing, trying to come up with a style and color palette that I want to use for the rest of my building. And this is sort of what I'm running with so far. I've got my original bedrock down there underneath that little RGB lamp. But yeah, using some of these framed blocks, these are like the slopes and angles. I sort of like this sort of melted look of everything, and then upgraded the stairs to glass. Well, it's not really an upgrade, but a change. Unfortunately, they don't have concrete stairs. I wish they would. Then I can sort of make it blend in more. But glass blends in everywhere. And this will be part of what we're doing this time, and that is, this is going to be a mob farm. So I got a bit of a viewing window here and a hole to get in right now. But that's going to be a little bit later in the episode, and pay no attention to what's behind the yellow curtain. We are going to start with the first, no, not this project chest. The first project chest will be over here, this one. Because I want to add a little bit more to this setup. Right now we're doing gravel and we're doing dust. I want to do another material. So, I get out my wrench. And we're going to go over here. And underneath that one, and underneath that one, I'm going to add, just bang it so it's an output, and bang it so it's an output, connect them in between, and put a energy condenser there. So it should be getting cobblestone from both of those systems. And what it's going to do, I need to get a piece. Well, I don't have to run over there. I keep remembering I don't have to run anymore. Cobbled deep slate. No, yes, cobbled deep slate. That's what I want. Put that back in there. Why do I only have the one? Okay, I probably have deep slate as... Yeah, we've got a lot of deep slate. I don't have the cobbled deep slate in there. That's fine. There we go. That's now creating cobbled deep slate. And we're going to do the usual arrangement with one slight change. The cobble generators push out their tops, but to get the cobbled deep slate into that one, I'm going to pipe it. So we'll do that. And it should not pull out the cobble because this can't do anything with cobble, but it can do the cobble deep slate, so no filters necessary. And then that's going to output to a sieve, which I'm going to give a diamond mesh, and it's going to output to its bottom just like the other one, so it's going to go into the same crate, and then attach those with, so I guess I don't need this one now. Attach with the power cables, and it should now be running. Oh, and I can give them each 2 upgrades. Can I get the other one? Let's go around here. And that will max out the power that this thing can provide. It can provide 256. Each one of these is 32. 32 and 32, 64. 64 and 64 is 128. 128 and 128, 256. All right, there's one more thing we need to do. Now, I had this set up last night, and it ran overnight. And some of the things that this now gives us are platinum and uranium. I have set up an advanced compacting upgrade, which isn't too bad. Redstone, gold, diamond, and some pistons. Iron, gold, iron, redstone, and iron and wood. Fairly simple. I've seen people sort of flail with this interface, but let's explain a little bit about it. The first one is compact anything. The other option is compact only uncraftable. Uncraftable means it will only compact things that you can then uncompact. Like lapis, you can uncompact. Flint, you can uncompact. Coal, you can uncompact. Amethyst, you cannot uncompact, not just by crafting. So this button prevents it from accidentally compressing something into a block that you can't easily uncompress. Unfortunately, what we want to do are these ore chunks, and they cannot be uncompressed. So we can't leave it in this mode. As you can see, they're not compressing anymore. So let's switch that back to compact anything. But since we don't want it to compact the amethysts, we have to either tell it what not to compact or what to compact. And because the advanced one gives you enough slots, at least in the diamond chest, I went with allow. So it'll only compact what's listed here in these slots. Click that to disallow, and it'll compact to anything else. I'm not going to click it now because that will start it compacting my amethyst. So I just have all the ores and coal, lapis, and flint, which are not vital to compact, but they just take up less room that way. I didn't bother doing it with diamonds and emeralds because this chest is on my network. So for crafting, I like to have those free. I don't craft with a lot of lapis or flint or coal generally, and if I need to, I can manually uncompress. And there's usually some here wait until it gets up to 9. Could also compact the rolled gold, but I don't have enough to really bother to. You really only get the raw gold when you're using a gold mesh, which I am still here on the gravel, and, well, I didn't do it on the dust, but on the gravel, yes, because that gives me more coal, which is still going up despite this thing now pretty much running continuously. It's dropped way down. You can see up in the upper left there because it was filling up these two machines. Now it's going to climb its way back up again. Yeah, so this will give us platinum and uranium, which are great. The platinum in particular is good for making hammers, ore hammers, for doubling my ores, which I'm still doing by hand because I haven't gotten around to automating that. One more thing. this new automation creates one additional thing, and that is these deep slate pebbles. Now, I could add them to this list, and it'll start compressing them into deep slate, which I stopped it before it did. But I don't really want the deep slate. I mean, I can make it from EMC, and I'm making it. That's what it's sifting the deep slate. I don't really need to keep new blocks of it. So what I'm going to do is put down this trash can, and before I hook it up to anything, I'm going to make some settings on it. I'm going to set it to whitelist, only deep slate pebbles. This is overkill, putting in all slots, but it's just ease of mind. Deep slate pebbles are now the only thing it can eat. I can't give it anything else. So now that it's safe, I can go ahead and attach this. I could put a filter in this once I had it extracting, but it's not necessary as long as this filter is active and set to whitelist for sure. So whitelist is only these. I don't want it trashing stacks of my ores. But that's going to eat up all these pebbles. There they go. And then they won't be clogging the system, because there'll be a lot of them. I mean, even if I compress them, I'll have more of those than anything else. I'll have several of these stacks worth. I know, because that happened overnight. Yeah, over here I've still got some of this compacted cobbled deep slate. Yeah, over here I did upgrade it to a diamond mesh. I'd forgotten about I did that. It's just so I can get some of these Zycraft and the arcane crystal from Forbidden Arcanus. It'll give me less. It won't give me any more of this gold. I had 2,000 raw gold from having that gold mesh, but I'll swap that out for some of these other things that I wasn't otherwise getting. All right. So now it's time to continue with some of these other project chests. Here, eat that. Now, I've got a choice. One material I don't have yet is blaze rods. I got blaze powder, plenty of blaze powder. Don't have blaze rods. There are numerous ways to go about getting them. Bees would take too long, but it's possible to get a blazing bee. Could go to the nether, build it like a jetpack, fly to the nether, fight some blazes. All I need is one. They have EMC, so I can make more. Also, go to the... If I go and kill blazes, I'll get the one that I need, so there's no point in ever doing the hostile neural networks, because you got to kill a bunch of them to get that started, and then I already have blaze rods. That's not a thing. This one, Immersive Engineering's Metal Press. Immersive Engineering, I don't think was originally in the pack when it started, but it is now. The press itself is fairly straightforward to make. The mold requires the table, which requires treated wood, which requires making, the blast furnace or whatever to make the creosote. And that creosote process is pretty slow. It's doable, and then you just put on 5 blaze powder, and out you get a blaze rod. That's a lot of stuff that I'm only going to be using once just to get a blaze rod. It's doable. I could do it. But there's one other way. That's quests. If you have noticed, and I don't know if you have, since I started this pack, I have not opened the quest book. I have not collected any of the rewards for doing any of the quests. Not that I'm never going to do that. In fact, now, I think I'm gonna. Because one of them gives you a blaze rod. So, let's go about doing that. I've got a few of the things here. craft flint and the log together to get the template boards. Template boards and some sticks will get you the pickaxe template. Let's go ahead and get some bronze, I think. Let's see. No, brass, maybe. Was it brass? Brass. Has silk touch. Let's make some brass. 3 copper and zinc. So get some, I have bronze already. Get some copper. And some zinc. I need to cook some. Get one of my hammers. Let's see, I've been making these platinum hammers. Turn them into dusts. There we go, 8. Dust, turn off my magnet, cook that up. All right, so we also need to make some of this paper. Do I have the paper? I already have the paper. What am I? Oh, I'm in the wrong crafting table. There we go. So make the, I didn't get a dye. All right. Oh, I have the lapis. I just needed to convert it to dye. There we go. Let's make the blueprint paper and make the sword blueprint. Now, I don't think I'm getting it until I actually make a part for the pickaxe here. So do that. I get the part. Let me get 2 sticks. Just use wooden sticks. Part, stick. Oh, it just needs 1. There we go. Silk touch pickaxe. That will actually be somewhat handy. And the rest of this can go away. Put that and that away. I guess I'll put that away for now. Okay, it's in there. Now this sword blueprint should have unlocked in, where is silent? Oh, it got hidden here. Silent gear, there it is. Oh, I needed 8 of the blueprints. All right. Get back the ones I had. And just go ahead and make some more. There, now I've got 8. It's happy. That unlocks the sword blueprint. Let's go back in there, and right here, blaze rod. It's the only one I'm touching. Come up here and place it in that slot. Let's give it a, not that many. When you shift click in the dank, it fills your inventory with whatever you clicked. These things have a high EMC, 1,500, so it's almost half of what this is. Well, it's actually 3/4 of what that is. But there we go, plenty of blaze rods, and we'll go ahead and make a slot for them here by replacing them and then tapping Control to lock it. Good, we got blaze rods now. Just know that if you want to be a purist and not touch any of it, I've never seen anybody not touch the quest book rewards, but I'm sort of doing that. Not for any reason, just I had forgotten originally. But if you want to, there are other ways to get the blaze rods. I'm going to take some of those, toss this away. And one of the first things I want to do with them is make, and I don't have it on my planning board over there, ender chests. They require some eyes of ender to make these little ender pouches, and leather. There's 16. I need... Oh, it needs wool in the top slot. Okay, I got plenty of wool. And we'll make them all white, white, white to start with. I didn't really mean to do it in there. I want to do it in here. I do like my crafting table on a stick a bit more for just manual crafting for these project chests, at least. All right, there we go. 16 ender chests. Now, the white, white, white I'm going to be using as the input into my system. Go away, rain. I'm recording. So that's going to be the most common one, but you can hit each one of these with a die in your hand. I don't think it uses the die. I don't think, maybe it does. It does. It does use the die. But hit each one of those 3 bands, and whatever combination of colors here, if you put down another one with the same combination of colors, then the opening one reveals the contents of the other. Because these are both white, 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 they're sharing the same storage space. Now they have it set to be very small. I wonder if there's something you can do to increase this storage. I'll have to look that up. Or you guys can tell me in the comments if there's a way to increase it. Because that's not very much. I may think about using a different mod if there is one like it in this pack. I haven't looked. But yeah, I'm going to just keep these in my bag for now. I will probably set them up so that some of those materials over there aren't going into their isolated chests and sitting there. Well, I don't care about those 3. I've got 65,000 in that tank of each of those. But the dirt, I'd like to keep filling up over here. Because that one's only at 18,000, and I'd like to get it up to 65,000. Because eventually in the pack, there is a need. Where'd it go? Let's do this again. There. There is a need to make this pulsating black hole, and that takes 59,000 oak logs, 59,000 or 531,000 cobblestone, 59,000 obsidian, and 59,000 dirt. So I'd like to get the dirt and the obsidian stored away in the system. The logs I've got, cobble I can get. Not currently in the current tank. It doesn't go up this high. It only goes up to 64,000 right now. But that only took a few minutes. The redstone, 59,000 blocks of iron, so times 9 in ingots. That's a big one. Gold is the same way. Gravel's not too bad, but we can't just produce it EMC. But I'll have to make a dedicated system to generate it. Same with the sand. But this is long in the future. While I'm generating these, might as well make enough. This will be used eventually to make red matter. Does red matter doesn't have EMC. Does that mean every red matter needs another one of these? Because we'll need a lot of red matter. Well, maybe once you get it, you can start producing it with EMC, but not using the chests. Maybe. I don't know. I'll have to see when we get there. That's quite a ways away. So this one's done. And the next one, I've got a bunch of, put that away, a bunch of recipes ready to go here. And this book is the hint for what we're doing here, Alchemistry. This one lets you create things like the combiner, the dissolver, the compactor, the atomizer, the liquefier, and eventually some rather neat multi-block, not neat in appearance or anything. They're sort of plain cubic things, but they can do some neat stuff in EMC-like transmutation of materials. And I think that will be fun if I'm going with like a science-y theme. I think it'll be fun to do a lot of that. So let's make some crafting here. I'm going to need to make some magma cream, magma blocks, and this will make a dissolver. Next one uses some obsidian, and this one is the combiner. Oh, I'm short of redstone somehow. Yeah, I'm looking over here and it's moved. Redstone. Shift click to get one. Oh, we have a trader. You know, I really want the trader to have... it's got the pants again. I mean, I'll buy them, sure, but it's not what I want. It's the third time I've gotten the pants. You guys come with something different? I need some emeralds, too. I'm going to get them just so I can pull off these enchantments and use them on something else. 3 emeralds for a diamond. No, thank you. A plant I don't have. All right. Pumpkin seeds. I don't know if I have pumpkin seeds. I think I do, but I'll grab that and some pumpkins. I don't have to grow it myself. And then you, sir, must leave. Some pretty toxic spit these guys have. All right, let's put all this away. Oh, I got a reward. What's my reward? Oh, an enchanted book. Plaguebringer. Don't care too much for that. I think I needed some of those diamonds, so keep those. All right, so continue what we were doing. Combiner. There we go. Next one is, I think, the compactor. Yep. Oops. And then this last one is the atomizer. There's also a liquefier, but I don't have a pressing need for that one at the moment. So, what can you do with these? Well, I pre-made something. But, it's not much to it here. Cobble gen going into a compressor making, at the moment, dripstone blocks. Previously, I had... What was I doing? I was going after yttrium, and that comes from dissolving deep slate. So I was putting deep slate into the dissolver, which then creates materials, and they come out over here. And like I said, I was trying to get yttrium. The only way to get yttrium is deep slate. I'm pretty sure. Deep slate, different types of deep slate. That's a yttrium object. Yttrium, deep slate, deep slate, deep slate, deep slate, deep slate, deep slate, yttrium, deep slate. Yeah. Deep slate's it. And it only gives you a little 1% chance, though you get 2 rolls, so. But over time, I got a little over a stack. So then I switched it to the dripstone, because dripstone, it's pretty good for giving you gold and iron. Iron has a nice, you get 4 rolls and it's 13%, so I should be getting plenty of iron. Oh yeah, I have 8,800, though that's not iron ingots. When you run it through a compactor, it takes 16, so you gotta divide it by 16 to get 1 dust. So no duplicating it. So that's only like 500. So that's not great. But since I had it set up and I'd finished getting the yttrium I needed, I thought I'd put it on something. So yeah, so it just outputs here into the chest, and then I have it outputting into the compressor. And right now it was producing a lot of silicon dioxide because both of these produce a lot of silicon dioxide. And there's not much, well, there's a bunch of different things you can compact it into. Cobblestone, gravel, granite, sand, stone, diorite, flint, andesite. You could also combine it with other things to make other materials and use those to make, dirt, sponge, it's whatever combination of materials in the right proportions, you can make a bunch of different things. But I'm just turning it straight into gravel because I do need gravel. This is not an efficient way to do it because I think that machine takes 100 per tick and this one does like 20 or 40 a tick. So that one in particular is a big energy hog. And right now I just have them hooked up to my storage power in lieu of anything else. I am using the Ender.io inventory cable here. It's sort of handy for this because I've got both the insert and the extract turned on, redstone mode always active, and I did the same on both sides. With this thing locked to this recipe, it can only accept the silicon dioxide, and the only thing it ever outputs, it just sends back. So this one pipe piece is both pulling the silicon dioxide out and putting it in there, and then pulling the gravel out and putting it back in the chest, which is nice. However, as a number of commenters pointed out, and I found out myself even before that, these conduits are not ready for prime time. Besides some of the bugginess we saw in the last episode, I tried touching one to a dank, and that crashes my client. I tried it again, just to make sure it was repeatable, because it's not science if it's not repeatable. And it's repeatable. Don't let these things touch a dank. So they're dangerous. I used one here because I felt this was pretty safe. And it does this bidirectional very, very easily. Slap it down in a couple clicks and it's working. It'll be far more messy if I was doing it any other way. Well, actually, I could just probably connect it there and have that be an output on that side, and then have a regular pipe coming in over here, and that would work. But I wanted to give it a try, though I don't think I'll be using them too much, except when they're just perfect for the job. There are plenty of other systems in this pack for moving stuff around. Ender.io, modular routers. There's tons of stuff. So, if these were more fully functional and less buggy, I'd use them more. Anyway, with these machines and these other ones, we can make a lot of materials we can't otherwise do by breaking down things to components and putting them back together again. So that'll be a useful tool, though I don't need to set up anything else right now. Oh, and the yttrium that I was making, you said, what do you need yttrium for? There's only one thing, and that's the fission core from Alchemistry. You need 3 of these blocks. And if you ever wanted any more, you can make a yttrium block and give it to a potassium B to make a yttrium B, though unless I for some reason want multiple of these fusion reactors, I don't think I'll ever need more than what I got. So I think I'm good with yttrium. And this, when I say fission reactor, this is the fission core. It's not a power-producing fission reactor, and the fusion reactor is not for making power either. They both either combine or break down the materials. So like the fission breaks them down. So if I put yttrium into it, it has an atomic weight of 39, as you can see here in the tooltip, it will break it down into 2 other elements that add up to 39, whatever their numbers are. Likewise, in the fusion chamber, put in two materials, and their atomic numbers will be added together, and you'll get whatever atomic number material that is on the other side. So that way you can make materials that you can't find by breaking down what you have on hand. Like, I think a nether star, not that we'd use it for this necessarily, but if we wanted to combine materials to make a nether star, titanium, we can make that. I think Mendelvium we can get from what we got. Dysporium? Oh yeah, I can get that from just stone. Luteum. Chorus fruit. Wither skeleton skull. Okay, that only comes from wither skeleton skulls. That's interesting. So that would be the one that we would maybe like to, if you didn't have a source of skeleton skulls, for example, to give you so there's nothing else that gets it for you, then maybe fusing something, a 100, whatever 50 and 51 are on the periodic table, you can fuse them together and make this. It doesn't have to be those two. It could be any two that add up to 101. And as a curiously, what do you, to make wither skulls you need Mendelvium. So if you need your wither skulls and you had nether stars, you can break them back down. Because the hydroxylapatite here, let's see, it's hydroxide, calcium, and phosphate. That's pretty easy to make. Hydrogen and oxygen. Calcium we can get by breaking down andesite. Phosphate we can get from slag. From any of the slags. You could probably also break it down from something else. But yeah, it's fun to walk through the trees of materials to try and find what path to get what you want. Like when I was doing the trees last night, I wanted to surround them with grass, but I didn't have silk touch yet. I could have just used grass seeds on grass, but then I couldn't pick them up and put them down there because these are still frame blocks. So I actually have to hold the block in my hand and right-click it on there. So I had to be able to hold grass without silk touch. I thought, well, maybe I can make grass with this. And I could have, but it would have taken me a little bit. And somebody suggested moss. I said, oh yeah, that's a lot easier. I have plenty of moss. All right, so enough talking about that. Why didn't that one go away? There we go. That chest is done. Next. Let's put that away before What was I doing here? Oh yeah. We're working up to making that mob farm that I built the frame for over there. But I'll need to do a little bit of down the rabbit hole before I get any farther. Let's get the crafting table up here. I think I need 2 eyes of ender. See, there's going to be a hopper, maybe 2 eyes like that, like that, like that. Now I've got the 8 glass, so something. So making this. Okay, yeah, okay. So I need the singularity tank. And then put the singularity tank with those materials, and you get the singularity tank drain. I also want to make, so I had some extra glass, it seems, using these materials, in here, a fluid tank from Ender.io. So we're mixing mods here, but it's a convenient mixing. Because all this is coming up to making one more thing. This is just to get one ingredient. Let's see, where do I want to set this up? I'm running through here all the time. Oh, there's no good place for it. Let's do it right here. Actually, let's put them next to each other. We can do that. All right, so this drain, when you stand on it, it sucks up your levels. See, my levels are going down. And they're turning into a liquid in there. And then this guy, we can open its configuration. And it shows you what blocks are touching it. And on this side, we're going to say right-clicking pull. So it's now sucking the fluid out of there and into itself. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a bottle and follow the arrows here. Put the bottle there, and as soon as... Actually, it should have already. That's more than enough. Always active. Why is that not filling the bottle? Huh. I can give it some more. I'll need to use this liquid experience for other things as well. Yeah, it's got 10 buckets now. I don't know. This was supposed to work. It says so right here. It only uses 250. That's just a regular glass bottle. I'm reading this right. Huh. Okay. Plan B. Wow, Ender.io may be having some problems. All right, so we're going to do another option. Let's see. That's the nice thing about kitchen sink style packs. There's always another way. We're going to make a force rod. So for that, we need some force ingots, which are these force gems we've been sifting up, and either gold or iron. Gold gets you 3, iron gets you 2. I only need 2, so let's do that. One of them I'm going to turn into nuggets. Dunk. And then we will make a force rod with a stick. And that should be starting to repair, yeah, because my repair talisman. And we did just get, as a gift from killing the trader, a plague bringer. And actually, oh, I don't have 2. I must have the same chest. I guess, did I say that? If you have 2 of the same chest, if you have a double chest, the scanner will see both of them as individual chests with the same contents. And then it'll show up in here as having 2 of something when you only have 1. That's why they're all separated. So I don't know why it was saying I had 2 of them. But, I don't know. Put these away. So now I think if we just craft these 2 together... Okay, bottles of enchanting. There we go. I couldn't have done that until I'd gotten that book without having to stop and make some enchanted books, which wouldn't have been too hard, just make an enchanting table. But, I had the other way to do it. That was needed the buckets of experience anyway. Later, I don't know. Ender.io, you're failing me. So now we're going to make an experience crystal. Oh, I needed the lime. Oh, I had the lime glass. Oh, it's connecting lime stained glass. I got the wrong glass. Glass. That's connecting. That's regular. Just to be sure, I'm going to do it outside of here. I don't always know which materials it's using to craft with. Oops, I got one too little glass. All right, that should be the right glass for the recipe. Yes, okay, there we go. This will hold experience also in liquid form, but in a much deeper way, and not just as a regular fluid, though it can be extracted as a fluid. And now with that one complete, I think we've reached the end of boxes of parts that I then craft to make stuff. We're transitioning into the next era where our project chests have the completed items. Because then we've got materials now. I will show the getting of any material necessary to make this stuff, but once I've done that, I will start making things with it. So we got another dank here, another dank, and it's dock. Dank dock. We have the vector plates. I think we talked about those because they needed the sugar and the slime, and then any stone. So I got a bunch of those. I probably should make more. A mob masher, which is iron blocks and swords, mostly. 3 diamonds and a block of redstone, and a whole bunch of iron blocks and swords. I've got both an advanced item collector, which we made last time, and an absorption hopper, which is a cheaper recipe, and it can pick up experience. So I've got both of them. We'll play around with both. I made another storage scanner, and then I made this, an armory cabinet. 3 drawers, some stone, 1 block of netherite. Well, we've been getting netherite from sifting blackstone. That's right. You get the ancient debris from blackstone in any of the sifting. I haven't set up something to generate blackstone in large quantities, but I had some from pebbles from clicking the ground, and you get some back as you do it, so that you can reform them and run it again. It's a loss, but you can take a stack and run it for quite a while before you completely run out. And I've gotten like 40 ancient debris from that. I didn't do any doubling on it or anything. I just cooked up 4 to make the 1 block of netherite ingot that we needed. Now I've got some quartz from sifting soul sand and netherrack, both of them. And then we have the armory cabinet. It's nice because it holds things that don't stack, like swords and armor and things like that. It holds a lot of them. But it doesn't let you see them unless you have another system to look at its contents. And that's when the storage scanner will come in handy. I don't want them all on this system, so they're going to be way over there. And this one's just going to have a short range to pick up just the armory cabinet and the other storage we have over there. And now we have the experience crystal that will store the experience, which the absorption hopper can pick up. Okay, and do we want to do the last thing? Let's see. Go to mob mashing utilities, which is the one that creates this mob masher and the XP drain. I can also, if I needed those levels that it sucked up, if I needed them back in me, you can slap a XP tap on the side and twiddle the knob, and it will spit them back out as experience orbs, and you can suck them up and have the experience back. Oh, we will want an ender inhibitor. Let's make an ender inhibitor. Actually, it's a fairly large... Let's make 4, just to cover the whole mob farm. And... oh, it's the entity spawner. I forgot about that. We want to make GM chicken feed cursed. I think we've got everything we need here. Oh, maybe not the spider eyes. Do I have spider eyes? I do not. Oh, and I don't have any rotten flesh either. Well, we'll have to run the mob farm without this to start, which will be pretty slow, unfortunately. So that'll be between episodes, because we're running to the end of this episode. We need those 2. We've got these 2. We've got seeds. And now the essence bucket, we should just be able to put a bucket. Let's give it a try. Come on, Ender.io, don't fail me now. Give me a recipe for a bucket. And let's put it in here. Take the bottle out, put a bucket in. Not that side, this side. Okay. The bucket it does. I guess I can't combine a bucket because that's 4 times as much. Yeah. But you still can't put... Nope. I can put this over here and it'll dump it back in. But can't do that, huh? Oh. Anyway. We can get buckets of experience when it comes time for that. Oh, and I want a block of redstone. Do I want a block of redstone? I want to be able to turn it on and off. We'll do it with some Ender.io cable. All right, so we'll come down here. I do want it to be dark in here after I take that light out. So we're going to have to fill these holes in. But I'm going to do the yellow so I can tell where it is from below. So that's going to be the mob masher. To power it, you know, let's make some elevators. And let's just put it here for the moment. There we go. We can jump up and down. And we'll use some of the redstone conduit here. Now I should be able to wrench that if I have the Yeta wrench from Ender.io, which requires copper alloy. I don't have that. All right, for now, we'll just stick a lever there. So if I turn that on, yeah, that's gonna, I can use it to, the light, let me know whether or not it's on. There, now it's spinning. But while we're working on it, we probably don't want it to be spinning. So we'll turn that off. So I want a lever and not a block of redstone so we can come in here safely. And put down vector plates. So we definitely want these to sort of be like that. Should be good. If you crouch, they won't move you. But if you let go, it's going to move you along. I sort of do it like this. Not like that. I thought I was going to back out. I forgot this is floor to ceiling and below ceiling. Below floor. Glass window. Spooked me there for a moment. And I will have to make more of these. So let's do that now. Before I run out of them, so I have the recipe. Let's make another stack. There we go. More than enough. Let's see, where did I... There we go. Now, wherever a mob spawns in this room, they will be pushed, inevitably, to the grinder. Masher. Formidable looking object, isn't it? I will leave. Let's go ahead and turn off the lights. Yep. I'll just do it from here. And we'll seal it up. Not with that. I should have some white concrete. And some, this is just regular tinted glass from Minecraft, which uses amethyst around glass. It doesn't let light in. I would have liked to make the tinted glass from this mod, the Mob Masher. But the recipe's been changed slightly to use obsidian dust in the middle. And while it's easy to do, I haven't gotten anything to crush. You can't do it with the ore hammer, it seems. I haven't tried, though. But yeah, I don't think so. So you should get 4. Alright, so mobs, I can go ahead and turn the grinder on. Mobs will only spawn in there normally because it's a dark room when I'm the right distance away. There won't be a lot of them. Just some. But I'm going to... see, let's get a chest. I should have, yeah, some diamond chests. I'll get a double diamond chest. Oops. And we'll just put it here for now. And we'll stick the item collector here. And we will increase its range a bit. So we look at it, we can see the range. And that'll put anything it picks up into there. So if I toss out that, there it is. And it's spinning. Yep. So now I can just walk away and hopefully it will get the few things we need. Just one spider and one zombie with their drops of an eye and some skin. And I can make that cursed earth, which when you make it and then you feed it to a chicken, and I got plenty of eggs, so I can make chicken. The chicken will explode very happily, and it'll explode with delight. And the resulting egg can be hit on dirt, which creates a 5x5 patch of dirt that just spawns mobs like crazy, whether you're there or not. And then that will start really churning out the output of this mob farm. And the real reason I want to get this mob farm going right now is because of they called ability, yes. Ability totems. There's a lot of stuff that you can get from these ability totems. There's only one here in JEI, but they have tons of different types. Oh, what's this? You can give them soulbound. You can enchant them. Reactive. Has a chance to cast the inscribed spell on tool use or player hurt. Does that mean the totem would trigger if I get hurt while holding it? I'm not sure how that enchantment works on the totem. I guess soulbound makes sense. It won't go away if I die and I have it in my inventory, but that one's weird. Don't know why that one showed up. Anyway, that's not, you don't normally enchant them, you just use them on yourself, and there's a bunch of good ones that I'd like to get. But for that, and this mob farm needs to get going. So, I think we will call it here. Let's clear off all these things that we did this time. Did a bunch. Didn't do much in the way of new automation. Okay, everything else there I want to keep around, except a little bit of over there. But this was getting a lot of materials up and mainly aimed at getting the mob farm ready. Unfortunately, we can't quite get it to full power. I will go ahead now. I'll wait to do the cursed earth with you guys. As much as I'd love to get that done and start running, I will wait until I can record it. Oh, looks like something died. Oh, a bunch of things were dying. We already have the rotten flesh we need. No spider eye, but okay. Let's go back over here. I didn't realize it was working so quickly. I should watch. Yep, there's something. And it just died. Can make it bigger. That's a zombie. I think that's a spider. Did we just get a spider eye? We did. All right. Hold the presses. Let's keep going a little bit longer. All right. So for that recipe, let's get that back up here. We want to make this, add it over. So now I think the only thing we're missing is the buckets. Yeah, okay. So I just need another bucket here. And then there was one. I don't want to use the 2 in my inventory. Oh, there's 2 here. All right, that's fine. Let's see if we already have. We should have enough. Yeah, we definitely had enough. Okay, we just hit the buckets. There we go. I don't have to keep coming over here. Let's make the cursed chicken feed. There it is. Okay. I should have put the ender, now that I think about it. Let's put these. I don't want to put it on the back window. Let's put it up there. Yeah, that's fine. And one on the other side. I don't want them in the glass. They have a pretty large range. I think 9. Oh, got picked up by this. Hey, look, an ability totem. Let's put it there on the pillars. And give it back. What is this? Jump boost. That's actually, I don't mind jump boost. There we go. Let's go ahead and apply it. So you get one of these, you click it, and then it, if you have enough of the XP, which I have 900, so this only costs 100. It's 100 to move it. Now I've got 800. I saw it change. Now I can jump higher than I could before. That's nice. All right, so those things are up. Now Enderman can't. So I need to get a chicken. So I don't think I saved a chicken in storage. Let me check my yoink. Maybe I don't have a chicken at all. I thought I did. I only have the empty yoinkers in here. I don't have any in here? No, I guess not. I could have sworn I saved some critters. Maybe those ended up somewhere unintended. Let's put some of this away. That goes to the bag. Put that in the bag. All right, well, we'll just use eggs. Got plenty of eggs. Well, not that many. Again, shift clicking. There's a chicken. And I think I have some seeds. We can speed up. I don't want to use them all. Maybe use that many. Whoop. Can't click. You can't just drop things into here. They have to go into that, but you really have to sort of click them in there. Give it a bunch of seeds to speed up its growing up. So that's 30 seconds and it'll grow up. Not sure what injured me, but I was slightly injured. You can't blow up the babies, unfortunately. Come on over here. 6, 5. You ready for this, little kid? You're going to love this. giving you some... Oh, you're not a kid. All right, here. I have some candy anyway. Oh, yeah, he exploded with delight. That was definitely delight. It wasn't anything else. He exploded with delight. It was the light of an explosion. So, let's see. It's 5. So, 1, 2, 3. Could do it there. That way I can do another one on the other side later. Go ahead. All right, that just changed. Listen to that sound. Oh, turn off my magnet. It's going to get noisy in there. And we're going to get tons of stuff. So, I need to arrange all of these things to be better for storage than this current setup. I'm going to do a real hack job right now. So I'm also going to turn down the... how do you get stuck in the wall? Give me back that glass. Alright, so let's see. Yeah, I'll just define certain items that we're going to get a lot of and set them up in the dank, and then I'm going to pipe into the dank. And then other items that can go into the armory. Whoops. Give me that back. Just going to put it... If I put it here, can I open the chest? No. Of course not. Give it back. I'll just put it there for now. See, right-clicking that doesn't get you anything. And then the storage scanner, I'll just sit here, give it a very short range, so it can see into the armory block now. Double chest, 2 entries, get rid of 1. And set that to extract. The armory chest has gotten the bows and the pants there, which are not damaged at all. That's interesting. Now I will add a trash can and start deleting things like bows and other stuff that I know I don't want. Oh, the dank is getting all these things. That's probably fine for right now. Anything that shows up now is probably something I'm going to get a lot of. So it's sort of self-populating. Maybe not wheat seeds. That's not going to be a big one, I don't think. Well, I'll let it go for now, and then I'll come back and sort through it. And if there's some extra spaces, I will fill them up with boats or something. No, maybe not boats. This isn't a crafting system. I can just use cobble or my yellow concrete. But yeah, then I can get at everything from over here and see what I've got. And hopefully I'll get some more of those ability totems. All right. I think we've come to the end of this episode. I hope you liked it. It was a bit of a rush job getting this together, but I want it to run. A lot of these things, I want to get them started early on so that they will run. All right, until next time, this is Nonsanity signing out. Take care, be good, and see you next time.